Yahuwah made a promise in Joshua chapter 1 verse 5. Yahuwah said, "No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you nor forsake you." Paul reminds us of the spiritual battle and our protection in Ephesians 6 verses 10 through 18. Finally, be strong in Yahuwah and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of Yah, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of Yahuwah, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yah. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all Yahuwah's people.
Psalm 27:14. Wait on Yahuwah, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on Yahuwah.
Exodus chapter 14 verses 13 and 14. Moses answered the people, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance Yahuwah will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today will never see you again. Yahuwah will fight for you. You will need only to be still."
Second Peter 1:5-7. Add to your faith virtue, to virtue knowledge, to knowledge self-control, to self-control perseverance, to perseverance set-apartness, to set-apartness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness love.
The prophet Joel said, "And afterward, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions. Even on my servants, both men and women, I will pour out my spirit in those days." Joel chapter 2, verses 28 through 29.
O Yahuwah, teach me your paths, as it is written in Psalms chapter 25 verses 1 through 2 and 4 through 10. To you, O Yahuwah, I lift up my soul. O Yahuwah, in you I trust. Let me not be put to shame. Make me to know your ways, O Yahuwah. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the Elohim of my salvation. For you I wait all day long. Remember your mercy, O Yahuwah, and your steadfast love, for they have been from of old. Remember not the sins of my youth or my transgressions. According to your steadfast love, remember me. For the sake of your goodness, O Yahuwah, good and upright are your ways. Therefore he instructs sinners in the way. He leads the humble in what is right and teaches the humble his way. All the paths of Yahuwah are steadfast love and faithfulness for those who keep his covenant and his testimonies.
Revelations 2:2-3. I know your deeds, your hard work, and your perseverance. I know that you cannot tolerate wicked men, that you have tested those who claim to be apostles but are not, and have found them to be false. You have persevered and have endured hardships for my name and have not grown weary.
He lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that the Son may glorify you, since you have given him authority over all flesh, to give eternal life to all whom you have given him.
Psalms 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahuwah, he is my refuge and my fortress. My Elohim, in him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made Yahuwah, who is your refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra. The young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Let's never forget Yahuwah's promises.
John 14, verse 27. Peace I leave you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid.
James 1:2-4. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing.
Yahuwah made a promise in Joshua chapter 1, verse 5. Yahuwah said, "No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you nor forsake you.
Galatians 5:1. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Messiah hath set us free, and be not entangled again with a yoke of bondage.
I surrender my all to you, Father Yah. Use me, my Savior, for whatever purpose and in whatever way you may require. Here is my poor heart, an empty vessel. Fill it with your grace. Here is my sinful and troubled soul. Quicken and freshen it with your love. Take my heart for your abode, my mouth to spread the glory of your name, my love and all my powers for the advancement of your believing people, and never suffer the steadfastness and confidence of my faith to abate. Use me, Father Yah. I surrender my all.
Hebrews 3:14. For we have become partakers of Messiah, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast to the end. Second Peter 1:5-7. Add to your faith virtue, to virtue knowledge, to knowledge self-control, to self-control perseverance, to perseverance set-apartness, to set-apartness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness love.
Job 38 verses 4-41. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy? Who shut up the sea behind doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and wrapped it in thick darkness, when I fixed limits for it and set its doors and bars in place, when I said, this far you may come and no farther. Here is where your proud waves halt. Have you ever given orders to the morning or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their upraised arm is broken. Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death shown to you? Have you seen the gates of the deepest darkness? Have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. What is the way to the abode of light, and where does darkness reside? Can you take them to their places? Do you know the paths to their dwellings? Surely you know, for you were already born. You have lived so many years. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or seen the storehouses of the hail, which I reserve for times of trouble, for days of war and battle? What is the way to the place where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain, and a path for the thunderstorm, to water a land where no one lives, an uninhabited desert, to satisfy a desolate wasteland and make it sprout with grass? Does the rain have a father? Who fathers drops of dew? From whose womb comes the ice? Who gives birth to the frost from the heavens when the waters come hard as stone, when the surface of the deep is frozen? Can you bind the chains of Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt? Can you bring forth the constellations in their seasons, or lead out the bear with its cubs? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Can you set up Yah's dominion over the earth? Can you raise your voice to the clouds and cover yourself with a flood of water? Do you send lightning bolts on their way? Do they report to you, "Here we are"? Who gives the ibis wisdom, or gives the rooster understanding? Who has the wisdom to count the clouds? Who can tip over the water jars of the heavens when the dust becomes hard and the clouds of earth stick together? Do you hunt the prey for the lioness and satisfy the hunger of the lions when they crouch in their dens or lie in wait in the thicket? Who provides food for the raven when its young cry out to Yahuwah and wander about for lack of food?
As it is written, Genesis chapter 1 verse 25, because his word is his name. It is who he is. He had said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness, and let them rule, have dominion over all the earth."
Yahushua proclaims in John 14 verse 27, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." As it is written in Acts chapter 20 verse 32, "Now I commit to you Yahuwah, and to the word of his grace, which can build you up and give you inheritance among all those who are sanctified."
Psalm 25:10. All the paths of Yahuwah are steadfast love and faithfulness for those who keep his covenant and his testimonies.
You give me the victory, Father, as declared by Mark in chapter 9 verse 23. If thou can believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Psalms 65, 8 through 9. The whole earth is filled with awe at your wonders. Where morning dawns, where evening fades, you call forth songs of joy. You care for the land and water it. You enrich it abundantly. The streams of Yah are filled with water to provide the people with grain, for so you have ordained it.